Me? President Mahama himself, I donated 100,000 to him cash.
You are rich. You're okay.
No. Even the sea receive fresh water.
There is this NDC Communicator that is trending. Now, Uko Awal Muhammad platformer. Now, what is he saying? He's saying, sir, he has played a pivotal role in some 6 regions when NDC was campaigning. Now, campaigner now we're using a sika every year campaign. Now, he again goes ahead to say, Onu nipa okasano. He has given John Mahama, president, he has given him 100,000 Ghana cedis. 100,000 Ghana cedis. In the old currency, 1 billion. 1 billion. Or see what John Mahama 1 billion towards his campaign. And he doesn't understand why John Mahama will win the elections. Niawaye nyinane ska odi a NDC campaign mu nyinano. Echireno. Yaman appointment. He said he has printed about 10,000 t-shirts for per region for 6 regions. So in all, he has printed about 60,000 t-shirts distributed across 6 regions. This is one man talking. Apparently, this guy is a communicator because he was granting an interview to Class FM, and he is hurt. He's saying, "Say, this one there, if he loves NDC." But if John Mahama does not reward him with an appointment, he's not going to campaign for NDC in 2028. And when I came across this, it brings back certain questions I've been asking myself and I've been putting across since even before the election 2024. One thing that it is not well followed in Ghana is the financing of political parties and campaigns. When you go to places like US, America, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, the advanced nations, and even some African nations like South Africa, even Kenya, political parties and the monies they use for campaigning, they give account for it. And there are strict rules that they must follow. So let's say that, for instance, John Mahama's campaign, they release a short code that if you want to donate to their campaign, this is the short code you can type to donate money. Every week, in advanced democracies, they tell you, say, over this week, we've been able to raise 100,000 Ghana cedis from donors. These are the people who have donated. Almost every week, they come up with that. So if you had followed America US election, you realize that 1 week they will tell you that the Joe Biden campaign has raised so and so amount of money. The next week they will tell you Trump campaign is doing better. More people are investing into a Trump campaign. More people are donating to a Trump campaign. Where the people are, their geographies, which state is giving more money towards the Trump campaign and all these things. And then after that, after the political parties declare where they are getting their monies from or people who are donating, they make sure that their expenditure, the expenses they make throughout the campaign is within the money that has been donated. And to call US, Canada, and the advanced democracy, there is no way you as a political party, you receive a donation of say 10 Ghana cedis towards your campaign and you go and use 35 cedis for your campaign. People, you will be asked questions, the law will deal with you.
Kwame, I want NDC to succeed. You know why?
Tell me.
I played a phenomenal role. Personally, Kwame, I work in 16 orphan constituencies. 14 out of the 16 were won. I want to go back in 2028 to see us winning more.
What did you do?
Me? President Mahama himself, I donated 100,000 to him cash.
You are rich. You're okay.
No. Even the sea receive fresh water. Even Alhaji said Agongo may want more businesses to survive. 2, out of the 16 countries, I gave it 10,500 t-shirts each. Not only that, I went in most of them more than 5-6 times. And the results shown. Don't forget, in 2028, I don't have to go back to give promises. I'll go back to give accountability. In 2028, I can't go back to Mpoho, Esikade Keteng, Kwesimintim, Akontombra, Afano South East, Brekum East, Doma East, Zabzugu, Tatale, Techiman South, to give promises of what the government will do.
I see the roots. You started
Yes.
from the south.
Exactly.
And the same stretch.
Everywhere.
From western to western
Exactly.
north.
Yes.
Inside Bono.
With my
and
own
then
sweat
Itamali.
money, not party money. But in 2028, if I'm going to go back, I can't go back to give promises. I'll go back to give accountability. So when I go to Zazugu Tatale 2028 to campaign, what would then be the impact I have made there? So you see, if let's say all things being equal, you fail to empower me, reward me, and I stay back, there will be a loophole in 2028. Because the energy maybe I exerted in 2024, that energy may not be there in 2020.
That is it. All these things are done to prevent corruption. You understand? To prevent the fact, say, certain unseen hands will invest monies into political party, to a particular political party, and when that party wins, they will use the political party or the government of the day, for their own parochial interest, their own selfish interest. So you realize that we were all told how Elon Musk was giving out money to the Trump campaign. It was something that was made public, and we all knew, say, Elon Musk was donating to the Trump campaign. Now, NDC, if you look at the kind of campaign they actually carried through in the build-up to this election, you will realize that it is somehow abnormal for a party that has been in opposition for 8 years to be spending more money than even the party that is in government. So many people have been asking, where are they getting the monies from? Buying pickups for all their communicators across all the regions. I mean, their regional communicators. All their constituency communication officers got motorbikes. Their t-shirt, they had version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4 of their t-shirts. They were paying influencers. Some people were paid $5,000. Some people were paying $20,000. They were paying pastors. Some prophets were receiving money from $2,000 up to $30,000. So you ask yourself, where are all these monies coming from? Where did NDC get all these monies? They were hosting one event after the other. Mahama worship with this, Mahama worship with that. Mahama goes here, Mahama goes there. Today, you see the kind of revelations that are coming out, that people are saying that the monies they have invested into NDC's campaign, they must get it back, and by all means, John Mahama must appoint them. If John Mahama does not appoint them, then you should know that the party will lose money in 2028, because they will not be willing to bring their money, number one. They will not be willing to bring their voices and their strength, number two. You remember in the early days of the NDC's administration, one other communicator also came to say that the kind of people who have invested their monies into the NDC's campaign, they will not allow John Mahama to come and take decisions that will be best for Ghanaians, but to be decisions that are best in their own interest. Antinez, you are welcome. A communicator said that on radio, without fear, that unseen hands are the ones that are going to be calling the shot throughout the tenure of John Mahama. And so anything that John Mahama will be doing will not be through his own will, or will not be the thing that is the best in the interest of Ghana, but it will be the things that are best in the interest of whichever businessmen have invested their monies into the NDC campaign. And because some of them were punished, they became angry and annoyed with the MPP government. And those people also made it a target. They gave them so find ourselves sadly as a nation. Sorry, if the network leaves, don't leave, okay? MTN network is not too stable. So this is where we find ourselves. Businessmen are asking for their income, their investment back. And that is why, even though John Mahama, His Excellency, promised us that he was going to appoint just 60 ministers, today we know that people who are on the ministerial salaries are over 100. Over 100. Dafia Mekpo stood in parliament and told us that the President John Mahama has enough power to appoint over 7,000 people. So what we should be expecting is 7,000 appointments from the office of the President. That is what Dafia Mekpo said on the floor of parliament. That is what we voted for. So we live to see. Since it's no longer about who deserves the job, who is best for the job, it explains why people who have gone through interviews, who have the CV, the qualification to serve this nation in various capacities, have been asked to go home, even though they've gone through the system, they've gone through the right procedure, just because some individuals have used their monies to sponsor their campaign, and they must. And you think, and some of them, most of them, if you see the monies they are saying they have invested into the NDC's campaign, you will realize that 4 years will not be enough for them to recoup all those monies. So what is going to happen is that they are going to look for avenues to get more than their salaries, and that is going to bring corruption promas. If you thought Saglemi and Co were worse, wait for Saglemi promas. So this is where we are. We pray for the best under the John Dramani Mahama government in the coming years.